Hello, my name is the Jordan Coach of the Virginia Vikavolt. Welcome to week 2 of the VBL-S Season 7 Daddy Plan. See the link in the description for the peculiarities of the Daddy Plan format. But I'm against the Cincy Minchies, coached by James Dalton Bell. James and I have had some of my favorite matches that I've ever put to YouTube video. I'll maybe put the info in the description. But I know James really wants the win here. He worked really hard when we did a exhibition match before the season. And so James has a very wide and interesting team. But I'm going to try to break it down and show my thought process, how I'm going to dissect and dismantle this team. So what was initially alarming looking at this matchup is that James has a super wide team. And in particular, against my team, all 11 of these mons have value into my team. Like his 10th best mon, Blossom, like I've got 3 important grass weaknesses, and it's got Moonblast, so it can hit my top 2 pretty hard. Like even its worst mon, Boldor, is like sneaky good, and I can't even OHKO it with Zapdos despite stab super effective damage. Like anything could come, but I'm gonna try to make some reads. The thing about experienced players like James is they're gonna calc, and so sometimes that makes them more predictable, right? If I think about what from their perspective they should be bringing against me, I can counteract that exactly. So let's go right into my plan. What I'm going to try to exploit about James' team is that it's relatively passive. These are not a lot of high offensive stats right out of the gate. A lot of them require setup, and there's not a lot of great setup here. Like there's no Swords Dancer that I'm really scared about. Most of the setup moves are on Como-O, and I think I shut down Como-O with a Quality Fairy and Alchemy. So I'm going to try to just go. Maybe not even go first, because there's no way to reliably go first against Sableye and Noivern Tailwind, but I'm just going to try to outpace his damage. Just start hitting from turn 1. So the start of this is Alchemy. Alchemy is the one mon that has a super solid matchup overall. He's got 3 fairy weaknesses, and his only fairy resist is Tentacruel, which is not super strong, and Alchemy's got some good bulk on the special side. So even a Life Orb, stab, super effective Tentacruel hit, I'm okay with some bulk from Alchemy. And so I can just shower James's team with Dazzling Gleams. It should really shine here. It's got an OHKO on probably the most important mon on James' team, the Sableye. But here's the thing. James can look at the calc, same calc that I'm seeing here, and see that with enough bulk, he can survive the Alchemy Dazzling Gleam with max attack. However, what I'm going to do is jump over the top and say if he EV'd that way to try to live, then you add 20% with the Pixie Plate, and I'm guaranteed OHKOing him anyway. So thinking about what James might bring, I think he's going to bring roughly this much bulk on his Sableye, and I've got a good chance to OHKO even if he brings more than that. The strongest physical hit that I can find, he's really going to be targeting this Alchemy, is the Como-O Poison Jab. I think he might not even bring the Como-O, but I live the strongest physical hit that I can find into Alchemy, so it should be able to get a couple of Dazzling Gleams off, or a Decorate, or a Giga Drain. Giga Drain's actually really good here. Like, he's got Almastar, just goes right down to a Giga Drain. 2 Giga Drains should get rid of this Apoudon, depending on bulk. It should be able to deal with the Boldor, which is sneaky, really hard to remove. So Alchemy is really solid. It's just going to be there hitting. If I can sneak in a Decorate, that'd be grand, but Alchemy is good on its own this week. So another piece of the plan is Oranguru. Oranguru is my bulky Trick Room setter. It should be living basically everything here. So I calced some stuff, but I'm actually going to be using Oranguru as an offensive piece this week. You know, if I'm getting these 2-hit KOs, then I lead this thing next to Alchemy. It looks like an untauntable Trick Room setup, but if I Decorate into Oranguru, then all of these 2-hit KOs turn into 1-hit KOs. So Expert Belt boosted Oranguru Energy Ball with a Decorate boost. It's just some very surprise OHKO onto a Apoudon. It becomes an OHKO onto Como-O. I'm already almost OHKOing the Tentacruel based on bulk, and Tentacruel is the main thing that stops me from just Dazzling Gleaming through his whole team. So normally Oranguru really wants his Mental Herb to get that guaranteed Trick Room set up, but I think I'm leading it with Alchemy when I'm bringing it, and so Alchemy blocks all taunt and whatnot from the opponent. So it should be a pretty good Trick Room setup. And what's that Trick Room setup for? It is for the Marowak. Marowak is so strong. Like, it's such a strong Pokemon. Like, all it does is hit you with its club, but it's pretty effective in this matchup as in most matchups. Like, I should be getting a random not super effective OHKO on Sableye, depending on bulk. Like, I should be 2-hit KOing most mons, including the very bulky Hippowdon. I even OHKO a EV-Elite Boldor. I have the Throat Chop just for Uxie, who would dodge a ground move, and Outrage. James has no Dragon Resist, so I'm just going to Outrage through the team, if that is what it comes to. These water mons, I think, the more I think about these 11 bringable mons, I think the best stuff into my team is some of these water mons, and so I'm making sure that I live the Tentacruel Scald, which caused me problems with Marowak last week, but even if the Scald burns me, Marowak is so strong that it OHKOs a Tentacruel while burned, so I would love to have that play out exactly as I expect. Golduck is a very important piece because James has access to a sand mode, the Hippowdon plus Stoutland, but he also has Rain synergy with Omastar and Prankster Rain. He's got Prankster Sun with Blossom. I want to shut all of that down, so Cloud9 is a very useful piece, and Golduck does a surprising amount of damage with a Life Orb, so we're getting like an OHKO on what's-his-face Boldor, on Hippowdon. I'm sometimes getting an OHKO depending on bulk. I'm definitely getting an OHKO on Noivern. Not quite on mons like Como that are really bulky, but Golduck's doing reliable damage, and I think James is going to need setup, right? He's got fairly unimpressive numbers on turn 1, and he kind of needs to scale them up. So if he goes for a Calm Mind Uxie and I yawn him, then he can't take advantage of that turn of Calm Mind. He needs to switch out or go to sleep. So it's like a fast and slow Golduck here. It's very fast when it needs to be, can deal reliable damage with Scald and Ice Beam, but when it needs to slow the game down against his more defensive mons, then it's got the Yawn. Yawn should be very good here. So this Persian is really good in all matchups. I love beating up these pranksters week after week. So the pranksters can't taunt the Persian, but Persian can taunt the pranksters. So I'll shut down that Sableye if that's what I gotta do. I found that James and his 5 ice weaknesses is something that I can just exploit by running only an Icy Wind as my 1 attack. I'm gonna Technician boost my Icy Wind, I'm gonna add Special Attack Investment, and I'm gonna add the Ice Attack boosting item. NeverMeltIce Persian. New meta, everybody. But that Icy Wind, with all the boosts, is actually able to OHKO a Noivern, depending on bulk. It's a roll. But the point is, this is a lot of damage off of Icy Wind, and if Persian isn't doing the damage on some of these mons with Icy Winds, like the water types, then it's going to Fake Tears, and then my 3 solid special attackers should be able to take a lot of damage. This is how you go faster than a team that needs a turn or 2 to get going, is you Fake Tears into doubled hit, you attack into attack, you decorate into doubled hit, and you just keep the pressure on. James is very good with his protects, so I'm gonna maybe try to make some reads, but if I play this right, then I should have enough pressure that I don't need to make that many reads. It kind of depends. Also, I'm not for Persian here because I just don't think James' offensive numbers are good enough that he can OHKO the Persian in a lot of circumstances. Like, I'm surviving 2 Uxie Dazzling Gleams, not very impressive. I'm surviving a Noivern Draco Meteor. Like, if I can survive a turn or 2, Persian can do a lot. Finally, the Zapdos. Zapdos is not that central to the plan here, but it has some Sableye specific tech. You need some Sableye specific tech. A fast quick guard should shut down any of Sableye's priority moves. I get to play without fear into Sableye. I know it wants to Prankster Will-O-Wisp and burn my Zapdos, but the first turn's free. I can just throw out one of these strong stab moves into something. And then when James goes for the burn and it gets blocked by Lumberry, he's like, well, that'll save you once, but I'm just going to do it again. Well, the second turn I can quick guard and stop. I could stop a fake out. I could stop anything with the quick guard that Sableye wants to do. So I've conditioned my opponents, I think, by saying I'm going to lead Persian every single game. I'm going to probably leave Persian in the back game 1. I'm going to maybe Zapdos, Alchemy, lead because it just puts on that pressure that I want from turn 1 because I can deal with Sableye with quick guard, and then the constant Dazzling Gleams will remove the Sableye. So I think it's a good combo, and I have a little bit more bulk than you might expect on the Zapdos, so if he brought the Meteor Beam into an offensive Zapdos, it would OHKO, but you add on the bulk, and I'm living the Meteor Beam just barely, and of course I'm picking up that Omastar 1-hit KO right there. So Zapdos is both strength and utility. A lot of these mons, like Golduck, both strength and utility. I need to be able to pile on the pressure, but if the game slows down, I need to be able to still win those longer games. Let's see how the match plays out. Alright, Team Builder was 10 days ago, so I watched it to remind myself what my team is. But I'm going to make the least hot take of all time. Tentacruel will be coming to the match. And Como, and Boldor, and no sand. So I made an adjustment on Alchemy, removing Giga Drain for Psyshock so I could beat the Tentacruel harder, because it was the real impediment to me Dazzling Gleaming everything else. Boldor is Wide Guard, that's the other impediment, and I removed my Boldor answer. So Boldor is actually a problem, unfortunately. I talked up Boldor in the hopes that it would cause James not to bring it, and he brought it. So I don't see why I need to deviate just yet, because Golduck can kind of handle Boldor, and that was part of my early plan. Zapdos, Alchemy, Persian, Golduck. I'd like to see a Sableye lead, because Zapdos can handle it. Sableye Noivern is an interesting lead. It finds my Lumberry and my Pixie Plate, which is scary. Frisk really puts me on the back foot to start things off, but Dazzling Gleam should just be so good here with Fake Out Protection that I'm just gonna have to go for it. So there. So he's gonna get Tailwind against me, and I don't have a way to claw back the speed control. But we're gonna hope that our damage is good enough that speed control won't matter. There could be a Boom Burst. Eevee to live that. Confusion is not good. Lumberry at least saves me one time. Yeah, Fairy Berry was pretty expected there. A nice bulk to live. So I don't think this damage is enough to deal with Alchemy, so I'm just going to Quick Guard. I don't care what's going to happen here. Like, what can they do to me? I mean, if James has an answer, we're going to see it. Tentacruel next. See a Tailwind and a Tentacruel hit, which I should be living. So I was faster than Sableye, which makes sense, it's not speed invested. It's a prankster guy. Pull up my calcs on the side. Okay, so I'm gonna throw out moves into Tentacruel. This is a 2-shot onto Tentacruel. Yeah, I don't see a reason to protect right now. Like, Zapdos probably goes down, but I need him to throw an attack out at Zapdos. If he goes for Tailwind and Sludge Bomb, then I don't want to protect in that circumstance. I live that. Don't worry about me. Wow. Okay, so Psyshock is revealed and doesn't do anything. Leftovers, Uxie. Fake Tears and Yawn. Those are my tools. So Noivern has Protect. And I want to be able to do something while Noivern's protecting. Or I don't want it to just protect. So it sees my items again. Alright, so I remove Rain. I Yawn at Uxie. I protect Noivern? Because they want to clear up Alchemy? I'm not sure if Alchemy is worth too much more here. If they go for it, they go for it. Because it's not going to be going first against anything. That wasn't a bulky Tentacruel, I just deleted it with the Zapdos. I knew I did at least 80 against the bulky one, but Physical Uxie is slightly interesting. So I bet I could think for a while about what the correct move is here. I think I'm pretty safe at the moment, but there's an argument for Icy Wind, Fake Tears, and Taunt, and Fake Out. Fake Out's just so easy. Fake Out's just so easy. Goodbye. Oh no, it doesn't get burned anymore! But it's also bad, so with Fake Tears I should be okay. That was an unfortunate Scald Burn, who would have thought? Well, so they need to go after the Golduck, so I think I can get some free Fake Tearsing. What kind of scaling do they have? Do they have coaching with Como or something? Just, this Uxie just doesn't, it's too passive, in my opinion. So I should be KOing with the Icy Wind. Yeah, definitely KOing with the Icy Wind. We win a game 1. Glory hallelujah. So what do they do against my lead? My lead's just so threatening. Marowak is still good here. Zapdos is pretty good too. I'm gonna let them give me some more information, and I don't need to give more information. Teambuilder. So they can protect Trick Room. It would be bad, but it would be that bad? Like, I'm not that speedy, plenty of bulk. I don't think these two can handle. Let's just real quick see how easily I handle the Uxie hit. Not that well. So the double up might get me. So I don't really want to invest too hard. Okay, so they deal with the Dazzling Gleam. Cool, and a Trick Room. Okay. I don't want to take too much damage on the switch here. I could switch into a Zen Headbutt. And this guy can't both Dazzling Gleam and hit Persian, so there. Wow, very good tech. I'm gonna guess that it doesn't have both Wide Guard and Protect. I'm gonna guess that anyway. Actually fake out this Uxie? What's their switch into fighting? They got lots of switch into fighting. Switch-ins to fighting. So, can I kill it with Brave Bird? Bulldor. It's close. I don't like that it's close. But Brave Bird hits everything that's switching. What if I fake out and Brave Bird that slot? Because I can deal with one Uxie hit. Well, that was pretty good. I'm upset that James feels the need to bring ally switch. It is what it is. Can't hit the Zapdos super effectively. Interesting. Please stop hitting me. Come on, pick it up. Yes. NeverMeltIce. The icy difference. I'm behind though, which is not so good. Zen Headbutt, Thunder Punch, Ally Switch, Trick Room, and Leftovers. It's a set. Is it going to protect? Because I would have the flank, I would have the control regardless, whether I'm doing this outside of Trick Room with using Icy Wind or inside Trick Room right now, right? Like Como is the threat, for sure, not Uxie. Like a protect would be good for them, but I don't think they want to go for that. Not a bulky guy. Please stop missing, Persian. I saw Tentacruel just... Oh, Life Orb Tentacruel, and I EV'd to live that. So yawn is the key. I need to not go for Scalds as I yawn. Ugh, nice Giga Drain. I didn't even know it had that. The Thunder Punch might be Thunder Punching this Persian. I'm gonna protect with Golduck. Icy Wind is doing 14 at a time. Do they have any secrets? Yeah, if I was Fur Coat, this would probably be over. No, never mind. I'd be like, I'm amazed. I'm only taking 32 and I'm not even double defense. But these ice moves. Life Orb Golduck with Ice Beam is cleaning house right now. Looks really good against Como, 90%? Wow. Okay, so I clear up the Uxie next turn, and I probably don't have enough, yeah, with the Life Orb chip, so it will unfortunately go to game 3. Wow. Should have fake steered. I'm gonna get him game 3. Let's call it some healthy confidence. Zoran Guru, good. I want Marowak, and so being able to set my own Trick Room is also good. I think Sableye staying at home. We might see the same Game 2 plan again. Persian, Oranguru, Marowak, Golduck. But Alchemy. What am I doing without Alchemy? Alchemy does rely on a spread move, so we're going to see a Boldore. Oranguru and Golduck can kind of handle it. So this guy is wide guard, heavy slam, rock blessed. Maybe say body press is the last one, but not protect. So I'm indifferent to Trick Room right now against his team. The main thing is to go after Boldor. This is going to be just a 2-shot, but it's going to do plenty of damage, like lots of damage. Plan is to ignore VGC. Thunder Punch, I don't care. Oh no, the para hacks! The para hacks is really bad. I might want Trick Room now. Icy Wind, we saw a calc of Icy Wind onto Dwayne. I hardly knew her. It did, so it KO'd from 19 last time, so we're good. This is so bad. Do I want Trick Room now? So it's faster than 80, because it went before Oranguru, and I'm at 87. I think I want Trick Room now, due to that para. Okay, so swap into Marowak and Trick Room? No, I need to clean up the Boulder. It's like not optional. I have a lot of doubt on this turn. Para really changed things. It's not about getting parried. It's usually about the speed drop, but it's often about the fact that you can reliably do anything anymore. Case in point. This is pretty upsetting. Using Icy Wind in Trick Room right now. So just the fake out was all the Persian's worth at the moment? Who's the last? It's 1,000,000,000% Tentacruel. Okay, so I don't know which one's more necessary for Tentacruel. I think Marowak can take these hits better though. Die. You had a defense drop, doesn't matter anymore. It's guaranteed. So they can ally switch. They can freaking ally switch. Do I have to read an ally switch? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw a Psyshock at one and a Boomerang at the other. Because one has to hit. The ally switch every time here. Do I want to win the style? I just want to win. So based on... So let's look at Psyshock real quick. Because if it's a Oko, then I feel really much more comfortable. Alright, so it didn't look bulky actually. So yeah, it's like definitely a KO if it doesn't have bulk, as you can see. Alright, so we're gonna go for this. Go for that. I think he wants to go for the attack. The worst case scenario would be to double up somehow. Oh, he doubles up onto Marowak. See, I just don't see any reason why he would target Guru. So what if I protected? I think we have to be brave at this point in the game. Did not calc to live that. And yes, that was an OCO, unless it was super bulky, and the earlier calc showed it was not super bulky. Sorry that I feel the need to justify that my crits don't matter here, because the crits always seem to come when I don't need them. Let's clean up this stupid oopsie with no protect. See, that's not enough. I need the Golduck here to finish things out. Yawn will be enough. Well, Fake Tears might also be enough, and I don't want to lose a turn to switch. Given the drop, I want to be Icy Winding now. This should be enough. Oh, come on, Persian! Finish it out, Persian. I believe that you can use a move. Let's go. Okay. We control, we damage. Speed control is amazing, but it won't save you if you're too far outpaced on damage, right? If you can't OCO and they can OCO, if they need 2 hits and you need 3, it's not going to save you. And my damage was really well placed this week, so good enough. See you week 4.